Hello everybody and welcome back to Tavern Time, where you can probably hear the sound of my computer going nuts because it's, I don't know, processing something. There's really nothing going on in the background. But hey, it just wants to whir, and burr, and buzz. Buzz, 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 buzz. Regardless, the topic today I just wanted to bring up to you is something I've been thinking about for a while, is emulation. Emulation versus physically owning games. When we were younger, potentially the only way we could have games was like on cartridges and discs. Like, just for example, let's just pull this out. Game I got a couple weeks back at a Goodwill, which is pretty much the only way you're gonna find a PS2 game not on eBay. Actually, I've never actually looked at the back of this sucker to see. Wow. Looks great. There's no scratches whatsoever. Still got the book and everything. I don't think anyone used it. They just took the plastic off and played it once. But that was the only way we could play most games for a long time until and the ability to rip ROMs became widespread and we were easy to download. I mean, how big is... We can just take, for example, ROMs, like for, like, say, the Super Nintendo and all those old games are tiny and easy to share. I mean, let me just see if I can find out somewhere on Google. Google, help me out here. Let's just take, Mega Man X for Super Nintendo is that's a megabyte and a half, which is bigger than I thought, because that's a Mega Man game. They were very bright and colorful. Those are small, and those are easy to share, and then people emulate them, which, of course, I do not condone piracy. Obligatory, do not pirate video games sort of message. But it's the way that we have to play these old games, especially ones that we just can't get anymore. Now, Mega Man X is still supported by the developers, and you can still get it like on Nintendo's Virtual Console, or on Android, some of them, or re-releases on modern systems, what have you. But some of them you can't. Some of them you just can't. Like, they're abandonware. Like, for if you want to play the original Warcraft Orcs and Humans, and you don't have a DOS PC and a floppy drive, sorry, sucks to be you. You can't play a physical version. But you can emulate it because it's abandonware, meaning Blizzard has essentially left it to die. They don't even sell it on their own website anymore. They sell Warcraft 3, they sell StarCraft 1, but they do not sell Warcraft 1 or Warcraft 2. The other problem is we don't have some of these games. The developers don't even keep the source code for. Like when they went back and were looking for some source code for some old Castlevania games, they didn't exist anymore. Source code was gone. When they went to remake the Kingdom Hearts games with the PS3, had to remake the games in a lot of sense. The source code for Kingdom Hearts 1 or 2, I can't remember which one, was gone. It had been chunked, deleted, thrown in a dumpster somewhere, and there was no way to recover it. So they had to remake the games. Games in a lot of sense. Just, kept the audio and kept the music. That's all they had. The audio, the music they had to re-record anyway because it was new version. But these old, like, going into like searching for old games and feeling like a games wall, like I'm starting to build over here and in my den, like with games like that I never got to play, like Luigi's Mansion, Jedi Outcast. Now I do own this one on PC already, but I wanted a physical copy because it's a good game. Play this game, it's so good. Best Star Wars game made. I'm even getting, but this is a good way to preserve like some of the physical copies, but I think emulation for a lot of it is the best way to preserve a lot of the experience and to even enhance the experience, because sometimes the original console sucked in some manner, like the cartridge problems from the Super Nintendo. You don't really have that problem on an emulator, because the cartridges, you're just loading the ROM directly into a port system, which even a laptop or even your phone can run a Super Nintendo very easily. Can run a Game Boy very easily. And if I could find a good adapter for my phone to have like Pokemon on, oh yeah. But of course, then what use would I have for this sucker? My point is, I think emulation has its place, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what emulation can do in the gaming collecting sphere. Because I mean, as we're seeing like now, there's a PS3 emulator coming out right now. It's being developed by guys on Patreon. There was a Wii U emulator like weeks after the system was out. Now it wasn't fully functional. Not all of your game can still be played on it. Even now, the Wii U is no longer the Nintendo's forefront system, which still sounds weird. But emulation is so vital, because without it, a lot of these systems just die. Like the Atari systems, unless you have, they're gone. Tiger systems, gone. Philips CDI, good luck finding one of those. Good luck finding games for it. Good luck finding the console. But, you know, everyone wants to see those cringy Zelda memes, and it was on the Philips CDI, and they want to play them. But if you can find those things, good on you. I mean, and of course, the other way you can think of it is, I just want to back up my games. Like the games I actually do have that aren't like connected to Steam or Battle.net. I have a ton of Wii games that I have nieces and nephews. They're going to destroy them. I have N64 games. Same reason. If those things ever die, I want to have them. I still want to be able to play them. I purchased them. I put down money. They're my games. But I want this to continue in the future. When the PS4 is 2 generations behind, or even a generation behind, I don't even have a PS4. I bought this like in a Goodwill. It's like, what was it? $5. Actually, I haven't even looked at the disc. It's also in pristine condition. If ever I get a PS4, I'll be able to play this. Another game I never got to play, LA Noire. I mean, even on the PC, Warcraft 3. Technically, you don't have to emulate this because of DirectX, but still, I want to physically collect and I want to emulate. I want both. Definitely a system I do not have, but would like. These are not great examples of games for the system, I'm sure. I mean, maybe Wally, but PSP, the original PSP, which I didn't own, and I knew no one who had a working one. No one. I know people now who have them, but they're on the internet, so they don't count. No one physically I knew, and for the Vita the same way. No one I knew owned one, but I would love to play them because they were good games that were released for them. So emulation is the best way. In the meantime, I'll try and collect where I can. That's about all. Have fun, everyone. Have more fun than me. Good night.